Alright, welcome back to another video. Just gonna show you guys real quick my top 4 Dreamcast games that I've played so far. This is my top 4 Dreamcast of all time that I've played up to this point. I do have games in my collection that I haven't quite played yet. I will be getting to them eventually. But as of the ones I grew up with and I've played, this is my top 4, and it was kind of easy to make. It was hard to leave some games out because there are some good ones like Crazy Taxi, Rippin' Riders, Soul Calibur. Those games are not in my top 4, and there's some really good games. So, but this was surprisingly kind of easy to make this list. So here we go. So number 4 is a game I played more recently, and that's the Dreamcast classic Shenmue. Really enjoyed this game. I wasn't sure quite what to expect from it when I picked it up. People were recommending it, and I figured it was a Dreamcast classic that I hadn't played, so picked it up, played it, and really enjoyed it. I know there's some cryptic stuff, but it was very enjoyable, very funny. Some very funny dialogue and voice acting. I really liked the gameplay. It was just a really cool story, and I liked it that I picked up Shenmue 2 for the original Xbox, and I'll be playing that at some point. But I do have the full series on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, very enjoyable game, Shenmue. Third game is one I grew up playing, and that's Gauntlet Legends. I mean, the old arcade game. Of course, there's a couple versions of this in the arcade. This Dreamcast port is so good. It is so good. I used to play this all the time with my brothers, my friends. Just sit and play the crap. I don't think I've ever beaten the game though, which is kind of weird. But really good game. It's a 4-player game. Pop it in and just play with your friends, and it's a really good time. Plenty of different characters to choose from, tons of enemy types, just a good classic arcade dungeon crawler that I love. I actually just played this game with my girlfriend the other day. Her first time playing Dreamcast. This was her first game, and she loved it. She really enjoyed it. We got up and we even beat as far as beating like the first boss, so we did like 5 or 6 levels, but she really liked it. And it's easy to like this game, Gauntlet Legends. If you haven't played it, it's a good one. That's number 3. Okay, so number 2 is another easy pick for me. It's my favorite basketball simulation game of all time, and that's NBA 2K1 with Allen Iverson on the front. I'm a Philadelphia 76ers fan, so I'm not being biased. I just really like the game. He just so happens to be on the cover of it. I used to play this one as a kid as well. This is one I grew up playing with friends, and just really loved it. I did like a full season in it when I was younger. Did play it more recently again, and still holds up. I love the game. It's really good. I still think it's better than today's basketball games because it has more heart in it, more soul, and it just has such a charm to it. It's just really good. It's even got some street ball in there, some classic players. So NBA 2K1 I think is the best basketball simulation game ever made. Still to this day by Sega Sports. Alright, and number 1, an easy pick for me for number 1 because it's a game I always talk about, especially while streaming Dreamcast and while mentioning horror games in general, and that's Nightmare Creatures 2. I think this game goes under the radar. This is a Konami published game, Nightmare Creatures 2, music by Rob Zombie. This is a very good horror game. It's like an action horror game. Not really a survival one, but you do need to find power-ups and health to stay alive. So there's a little bit of survival aspect to it too. The levels are usually pretty linear, but sometimes you'll have a hard time figuring out where you need to go. You might need a key that you need to find to get through certain parts. There's some platforming involved as well. I really like the combat. I love the feel of the game. Just everything about this game is so good. If you play it at night and you just focus on the game, it puts you in kind of a weird mood because it's kind of creepy, very ominous, and yeah, just a really good game. The first one I did play a little bit in the N64, but didn't play too much. This one, don't even remember how I got it when I was younger, but this is one I played a lot, and I did beat it as I got older. I did gameplay for this on the channel, so there's a full playlist of that. I might take that down though and just stream the game because I've never streamed this yet. I might just stream and do a full playthrough on stream sometime. But I highly recommend all these games, especially this one, especially if you like horror games. Nightmare Creatures 2. So there it is. Like I said, I left off some good titles in there, but I can't really argue with that top 4 right now. That's subject to change, of course. That's of now, here in 2021, August. So you know, there'll be more games I play that I might end up liking more than those. But it's gonna be tough to crack my top 4 on Dreamcast. That's pretty set right now. You know, Shenmue being 4th, I don't know what I'm gonna play that's gonna pass that, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Your support on the channel means a lot to me. It really does. Hope you're enjoying your summers. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee, probably do a stream or something. But take care of yourselves. Stay safe. I'll see y'all very soon. Till next time. 0 is the number.